like moving one shape to another.
Yep. Okay, so let's try these two up the top. 2 squares to the right.
Okay. 2 squares to the right. So 2 squares to the right. So 1, 0. That would be, I think, 3, 1.
And why did it become 1?
Because, wait, no, it must be 3, 2. Wait.
So the second number tells you how many up or down you are.
Oh, okay. So it's 3, 0.
Yeah. How about the one underneath? 4 squares down.
Squares down. It would be something -4. I'd say -1. No, -3, I think.
And why is that? Oh, so that would be if it also moved 4 to the left.
So it will stay as it is.
Yeah, so that just stays as 1. Yeah, that's how those work. Okay. How about this one?
Okay, so a triangle has coordinates 1 -4, 1 -1, and 2 -1. Give the coordinates of the vertices of this triangle after it has been translated 3 squares to the left, and 5 squares up. So for this, we would need to well, first we will need to move the first number 3 squares to the left. And for the first one, it's 1 -1. So it would be, I believe it would be 4 -4.
So if that goes 3 to the left, you are subtracting 3 from the x.
So, so -3.
And 5 squares up would be +5. So what's that going to be?
-3, 1.
So it's going to be 1, but it was 1 minus 3?
Wait.
So it was originally 1, and you're going 3 squares to the left.
So it'll be -3, 1.
So it's 1 take away 3.
Well, it's -2.
Yes. And so the x is -2, and the y is 1.
Okay.
And so it helps to do the two separately. So same thing for the next coordinate.
So 1 -1. 3 squares to the left. It would be 1 -3. So that would be -2. And it would be -1 plus 5, and that would be 4.
Yeah.
And for the last one, it would be 2 take away 3, which would be -1. And it would be -1 plus 5, which equals 4.
Well done. Any questions there?
Nope, I don't have any.
Okay. How about, let's see, 4 squares to the left and 2 squares. I think you'd be fine there. Let's see this one.
Okay.
Shapes. 5 squares to the left and 6 squares down. Translate shape. Okay. Let me just see something for a sec. Yeah, let's do this one.
Okay, so
We'll start with part A.
okay, so the quadrilateral is translated 5 squares to the left and 6 squares down. A is now at -4, -2. Draw the translated shape on the grid. So the first number is -4, which would be on the x-axis, and the -2 would be on the y-axis.
So -4 and then go down 2.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so that would be where A would be, and then we would need to draw the shape in its new place on the grid.
Yep. How would you do that?
Well, first we would need to draw a line that is 3 centimeters long.
And going which way?
Down.
Yeah, okay. I think you're fine for the rest of that. You just draw the shape?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other way you could do it is each corner, you could just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down.
Okay.
For each corner. And I think they wanted us to label each one.
Okay.
What are the new coordinates? So let's say what are the coordinates at D?
So D would be at -4, -5.
Yeah, I think you're good for that. And then, let's see, part C.
Okay. From its new position, the quadrilateral is now translated 4 to the right and 2 squares up. What are the new coordinates of A, B, C, and D? So for the new position, we can move A 4 spaces to the right and 2 squares up.
Mhm. So let's say A. So I would just count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so coordinates of A?
It would be 0, 0.
Yeah. Let's do the coordinates of C.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe C would be at 2, -3.
Yeah, that's it. Any questions there?
No, I don't have any.
Okay, so translations.
I'd say maybe nailed it, or between nearly they nailed it.
Yeah, I think you're good. Okay, reflection. So reflection is in the mirror line. This one is reflected in the y-axis.
Okay.
So let's say the point 1, 2. Where is that after the reflection?
The point 1, 2. Wait, what? So the point 1, 2. That would become that would be that would become -1, 2.
Yeah, so that becomes -1, 2. And what about if that point had been reflected in the x-axis?
Oh, okay. That would be.
So if it was a reflection here,
Yeah.
so that's 2 away, so you go another 2.
Okay. So it would be -1 minus 2.
So if it was a reflection that way, it would be 1 minus 2. So,
Okay.
so instead of the x changing sign, the y would change sign.
Okay.
Let's see. I think, yeah. Oh, so I kind of got ahead of myself. Okay, so a reflection in the x-axis changes the y sign.
Okay.
A reflection in the y-axis changes the x sign.
Okay.
Let's try this.
So the vertices of a rectangle are at 1, 1, 3, 0, 4, 2, and 2, 3. Write down the coordinates after a reflection in the y-axis and the x-axis. So in the y-axis, the x-axis change.
Mm-hmm.
So for 1, 1, it would be mirrored. It would be, I think it would be 3, 1.
If it's a reflection, then only the sign will change.
Sign. So it would be
So this is a reflection in the y-axis.
yeah,
So 1, 1 is here.
yeah.
And so if it was a reflection in the y, where would it be?
It would be -2, 1.
Minus 1, 1.
Oh yeah, okay.
So only the sign changes.
Okay.
So how about 3, 0?
Well, that would be, that would become, so it was reflected. I think it would become -3, 0.
Yes. How about next one?
4, 2. That would be -4, 2.
Hold on. How about question B?
Okay. And the x-axis, so the y-axis changes. So for 1, 1, I think it would be the 1 minus 1.
Yeah. How about 3, 0?
It would be 3 minus 1.
No.
What? 3, 0. No. -3 minus.
So it's like -0?
So it's minus 0. Okay.
But that's the same as 0.
Okay.
So 0 and -0 are the same thing. Plus 0, -0. How about
Okay.
4, 2?
And that would be 4 minus 2.
Yeah. Done. Any questions there?
Nope, I don't have any.
Okay, how do we reflect this shape?
Well, to reflect it, we would need to draw an accurate shape of it.
Mm-hmm.
So for starters, we will need to draw a line from where at the top where the edge meets.
So let's say I'll pick this point or something.
Okay. So you would need to pick a point that like meets up the mirror line.
So let's say, where will this point be after the reflection?
Well, it would be. It would be where it's two away from the mirror line, so it would be 2 away on the right hand side.
So I believe it's 3 away?
So we're 3 away.
Yeah. So let's say this one?
That's 2 away, so it would be 2 away on the other side.
Yeah. And what else could you do?
We could do the one at the bottom on the left.
Yeah.
That's 4 away, so it would be 4 away on the right.
Yeah. I'd say this one here.
That's 0 away.
Yeah.
That'll be, yeah.
And so this stays the same. And then we just join these up. And so you just take the main points and do those.
Okay.
Any questions there?
Nope, I don't have any.
Okay. Should look like a reflection. Let's put this here. So you've got part A down the bottom, part B there. Hang on a sec. Yeah. So we have to. Oh wow. Okay, let's try this.
Okay. Here's a triangle on a 4-quadrant coordinate grid. The triangle is reflected in the x-axis, and then from its new position, it is reflected in the y-axis. Draw the reflected shape on the grid. And then the final coordinates of L are 4 minus 5. What are the final coordinates? So first we will need to reflect it like in the x-axis. And then from its new position it's reflected in the y-axis. So L is 5 away from the x-axis, so we would need to make L 5 away from the x-axis on the other side.
Yeah.
N is 1 away, so that would need to be 1 away.
Mm-hmm.
And the same goes for N as well.
Yeah. And so this one is actually a double reflection.
Yeah.
Because they say it's then reflected in the y-axis. We'll leave. What do you think? Let's see. What do you think the coordinates of M will be after the reflection in the y-axis?
Well, since the final coordinates of L would be 4 minus 5, then that would mean that M would be M would be 4 minus 1.
Yes, well done. 4 minus 1. So what would you give yourself for translations?
I'd say nailed it, perhaps.
Okay. So
can he catch leave York Road? So for York Road, he needs to be at the library before 2 o'clock, and 2 o'clock in the afternoon is the same as 1400 hours. And well, by the looks of it, I think the latest bus you can catch is the 13:30 one.
Before 2 o'clock. Yeah. And so, York Road 13:13.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're good for these. 13:13. Claire gets at a bus stop in the town centre at midday. Okay, so let's do this one down here. Yeah.
So, use the timetable above. Claire gets to the bus stop in the town centre at midday. What is the earliest you can get to Baker Street? So the earliest. So,
I think you'll be.
So for A to E, it's A, B, C, D, and E.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, we would need to count up how many A's, B's, C's, D's, and E's there are.
So the way I would do it is, I'll just go through every letter, and every time you see one that's there, cross it out and make a tally.
Okay. I can't see. The next letter I see is a B at Brown. No, actually, no, I mean at Quick. There's a C. So, and then the next one is B.
Yeah.
And then the next one is the next one is O. No, not O. So the next one is at over, I think.
Yeah.
And then V.
And so what do I do there?
You cross them out and add in tallies.
So I'm on the 5th tally. How do I do the 5th tally?
You put a line through it.
Yeah.
And then the next one is lazy.
Yeah.
And then O.
I believe D.
D. Oh yeah, and then D and O. No, not O. I mean D. Yeah.
And so what is the frequency?
7.
That's it.
What is the missing time? And then the film starts at 12:15. What?
So what is part A?
So for part A, how many minutes does the journey from Ramsey Road to Central Bus Station take? To the cinema. It takes. Well. Well, I just noticed that the film starts at 12:15. So.
For part A?
Yeah.
Ramsey Road to Central Bus Station?
It would take every 30 minutes. It would take.
So, Ramsey Road 10:30.
Yeah. well, we can add on an extra 30 minutes. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we can add on an extra 30 minutes to 10:30 to get us to 11.
Mm-hmm.
To 11 o'clock. Then we can add on 2 minutes, so it's 32 minutes.
Yeah.
And then for B, it says to intersmudge some of the times what is missing time. So for the leisure centre, 10:49 and something, and then 11:29.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say 10. I'd say not sure.
Is there any way you can compare it to the other ones?
Well, because I'm comparing it to 10:49 and 11:29.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So what do you notice about the times for the leisure centre?
well, it's 10:49, 11:29, 11:49, and then 12:09.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it says then every 30 minutes.
Or I suppose, whichever you find easier. Let's say the one above it, so you can get that.
It's one above it. So 10:49 and 10:37. Well, the difference between 10:37 and 10:49 would be 12. Will be 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And the difference between 11:17 and 11:29 would be 19 minutes.
Yes. And so what time? Sorry, not 19 minutes.
Wait, yeah. No, sorry, 2 minutes. No, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, so the answer must be at 12. Wait, no. Wait. Right, so 12 minutes for 10:37 and 10:49, and it's 12 minutes for 11:37 and 11:49, and it's 12 minutes for 10:37 and 10:49.
So this is a difference of 12 minutes?
What the difference is of 12 minutes? Well, it's 0. Okay.
So that would be the next hour?
So 12 next hour, so that would be 12. Right.
So 57, I would add 3 and then add the rest.
So add 3 minutes, that would be an hour, and then add on 12 minutes. Wait, then add on 29 minutes.
So it is a difference of 12 minutes. So I'd add on 3, then add on the rest.
Okay, so 12 plus 3 would be 15.
So you're adding 3 minutes to this time.
So will that be 11 o'clock? And then 11 o'clock plus 12 minutes. It would. So 11 o'clock plus 12 minutes.
So we already added on 3 minutes.
3 minutes. So then we would need to. Well. So we would then need to add. Well, I thought we would need to add on 12 minutes.
So we added on 3. Now you add on another 9.
Oh, okay. So, and then, well, it'll be 11:09. Then, so it would be 9 past 11.
Yeah. Okay, part C.
So the film starts at 12:15. At what time is the latest bus from Huntley Way that Hamish can catch to get there on time? So the film starts at 12:15. Huntley Way is 12:15. I believe the latest time would be 11:57.
So it's 12:15. So this is the central bus station the center of town? Huntley Way. So it must be in the central bus station. 12:15 and so 11:37. Yeah, I think that's what they mean.
Yeah.
And last one.
So Hamish decides to take the 11:17 bus. He phones his friends who are at the leisure centre to tell them to get on the same bus. What time does he tell his friends the bus will arrive? So he decides to take the 11:17 bus. So it must. And his friends are at the leisure centre, and so it must have been 11:09. Well,
11:17 from Huntley Way.
11:17. So yeah, he decides to take the 11:17 bus from Huntley Way, and his friends are at the leisure centre. And he tells his friends to get on the same bus. And then else, what time does he tell his friends the bus will arrive? So it must have been at 10. Wait.
So that's the 11:17.
Yeah. So it must have been 11:09.
He is telling them to get the bus from the leisure centre. So when will this bus reach the leisure centre?
11:29.
Yeah, and so that's the bus they have to take from the leisure centre.
Okay.
That's how that works.
Okay.
Any questions there?
Nope, I don't have any. Fine. So, how many more children in the class chose blue than green as their favourite colour? Now we know that 12 children chose blue as their favourite colour,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 children chose green as their favourite colour.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be 12 taken by 2, which would be 10.
Yes, 2.
So how many? So use the chart above. How many children were asked in total? So we would need to combine all of the numbers that children chose their favourite colour for. So we would need to do 11 plus 12 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1.
Yeah. And then
So 11 plus 12 is 23, and then 23 plus 2 is 25, and then 25 plus 5 is 30, and then 30 plus 1 is 31.
well done.
And then which colour was chosen by 11 children as their favourite? Red was. This is between 10 and 12.
Yes. Well done. And that's 10.
Connie has forgotten to draw one of the bars. Fill in all of the missing labels on the horizontal axes and the vertical axes. Draw the missing bar. So so the longest bar must be the adventure one because it's the largest one.
Say it again, sorry?
The longest bar. Wait.
So that's adventure.
Yeah, it must be just it's the largest one, and so the comedy one must be the second biggest, like the second biggest line,
Yeah.
and then followed by autobiography.
Yeah.
And so the missing one must be horror.
Okay, what's next?
It says that 5 children are reading a horror book, horror books. And so, and on the y-axis it goes 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
Yes, and how about the missing bar?
The missing bar would go between 4 and 6.
Yeah. So that goes to there. Great. Any questions about that?
Nope, I don't have any.
Try part A.
So we add them all up. So 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 6. So, double 4 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 3 is 23. 23 plus 2 is 25. And then 25 plus 6 is 31. And 31 plus 1 is 32.
Well done. And then you divide by the total number of numbers.
Okay, so in this case there are 7 numbers. No, wait, hang on. What? No, I think there are 8.
Yeah.
So, and then 8 goes into 32, I think 4 times.
That's it. And so the mean average number is 4.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the middle number. So some are smaller. Some.
So 3, 1, it would be 3 plus 2, which would be 5.
Yeah.
And then it would be 5, 0. No, 5, 1. Sorry.
And the one underneath?
It would be 1 minus 4, which would be minus 3. So it would be 3 minus 3.
Well done. How about these were we did all these, yeah. Okay, so how about these? We'll do 2 together. 4 squares to the left and 2 squares down.
Okay.
So let's say 1 minus 4.
So 1 minus 4. So 1 minus 4 becomes minus 2. So 3 squares to the left and 5 squares up. So
No.
the
one
sorry.
down the bottom.
So give the coordinates of the triangle in the example if it is translated 4 squares to the left, 2 squares to the left. So for 1 minus 4, it would be 1 minus 4, which would be minus 3.
Yeah.
And then it would then be minus 4 minus 2. And so that would be minus 1.
That would be if you're adding. So minus 4 minus 2 becomes more negative.
So it would be minus 6.
Yes. Well done. Let me change the red. So let's finish this triangle. Or this trapezium. So we translated it to there.
Okay. So
and now we had to part B, 4 to the right and 2 up.
Okay. So for B it would be 4 to the right and then 2 up. So 1, 2. I think it would be at 2 minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then D would be at it would be at minus 3, 0, and 0 minus 3.
Yeah, and actually we had the A already, I think.
Yeah.
That's it. And yeah, so you said D was 0 minus 3. Coordinates of B?
B is...
Oh, you said it. You said it already.
Yeah.
2 minus 1. Okay, that's good. Reflection. So what would be 1, 5 after the reflection?
It would be... it would become minus 1, 5.
Yes, that would become minus 1, 5. What would it become after this reflection?
1, 5. It would become... It would become 1 minus 5.
Well done. What would be the last coordinate? 2, 3.
2, 3. So 2, 3. For the y-axis, it would be 2, 3. It would be minus 2, 3.
And how about the x-axis?
It would be 2 minus 3.
Hold on. So we reflected that, and now so we reflected this in the x-axis, and now we'll do a double reflection, so we reflect it in the y-axis.
Okay, so n would... Yeah, so n would be... Well, we know that m would be at 4 minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it's best if we were to draw that in now. And then so n would be at n would be at 2 minus 1.
2 minus 1. Yeah.
And then L would be at 1, 2. L would be at 3 minus 5.
Yes. Not 3. Where
Wait,
is
no.
it?
4 minus 5.
Yes, that's it. And you mentioned those there. So you said the new coordinate is 4 for n. Oh, hang on, which was this? L. So L was 4 minus 5. Oh, so where is n now?
N would be 2 minus 1.
Yes, 2 minus 1. How about part B?
So which group of letters...
Sorry, not that one. Part C.
Okay, so which group of letters have a frequency of 7? Well, the A to E group has a frequency of 7.
Yeah, so that's A to E. That's it. We did that. Okay, let's try this one, part A.
So how many levels did the boys were in year 6? In year 6, it looks like the boys swam 9 lengths.
Yeah. Hang on, so what are they going up in actually?
Like 2. Actually, no, I think we're going up in 2. So it means that the boys swam 8 lengths.
And how about B?
So how many more lengths did year 3 swim than year 5 in total? Well, altogether, year 3 swam... I think that altogether the year 3 swam 12, 15
Mm-hmm.
lengths. And the year 5 swam in total 8 lengths. And so with 15 take away 8, which would be 7.
Well done. And I think you're good for that. And then how about this one on the right?
So with 7 plus 8 plus 5 plus 7 plus 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1. So double 4 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 1 is 17. And then 17 plus 7 would be 24. And then 24 plus 5 would be 29. And then 29 plus 7 is 36. And wait, I think I should just do them in order.
So you can try to match them up to make 10s.
Okay.
So like 7 and 3.
8 and 2. 7, 4 and 6. That makes 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 5, 4 and 1.
Oh yeah, so 5. Yeah, and then 7. And so also it would be 47.
And what's it divided by?
It's divided by... It's divided by 10.
And so, what do you get?
4.7.
4.7, well done. How was that for you, Richard?
I think I did okay.
Someone's just at my door, one sec. Yeah, well done. And so,
Okay.
is this your last lesson?
I'm not sure. I suppose I could ask my mum.
Yeah, okay. You can just